Hello, I'm Tom Hudson, Executive Director of the South Carolina School Improvement Council and a co-director of the Carolina Family Engagement Center, and welcome to Cfec's virtual launch of a new and exciting resource for the families of preschool-age children, the Ready, Set, Kindergarten Family Guides for Preschool Kindergarten Development. Now, this 6-booklet series focuses, in an easy-to-read format, on 6 areas of childhood growth and development: approaches to play and learning, emotional and social development, health and physical development, language development, mathematical thinking, and cognitive development. These booklets introduce each area and provide some example experiences and skills children need in order to be prepared to move through the preschool years toward kindergarten at age 3, 4, and 5. And today we have several individuals with us to talk about Ready, Set, Kindergarten, the Family Engagement Center, and the value and impact of family engagement beginning in the preschool kindergarten years and into the years beyond. With us here today are University of South Carolina College of Education Dean John Peterson, Cfec Project Director and SCSIC Associate Director Karen Utter, Yolande Anderson, Director of the State Department of Education's Office of Family and Community Engagement, Cfec consultant and former Deputy State Superintendent of Education Ellen Still, and Lori Chapelier, pre-K teacher at James Brown Elementary School District of Oconee County. Thank you all for being with us. Now, Dean Peterson, let's first turn to you, sir.
Sure.
What does the work of the Carolina Family Engagement Center, and in particular this booklet series, mean to the College of Education?
Well, first of all, Tom, thank you for having me. And, you know, for me, when I think about the Carolina Family Engagement Center, as we call Cfec, it is such an essential part of who we are, and certainly the school improvement, committee that you lead. Here's why. You know, as we look at education and we look at PK-12 education, we know that so much of the child's life extends beyond the classroom walls. When we really talk about efforts to transform lives, and I really do choose the word transform here rather than reform, because transform is talking about a long-term systematic way of looking at engagement, really addressing the felt needs and challenges of communities. And certainly that's what Cfec is about. It's really about serving families, providing those opportunities for families to become advocates. And when I look at this new series of booklets that have come out, these guides, family guides for preschool and kindergarten development, this is exactly the type of thing that we need to be promoting as a college, as a university, as a state, for development of our children, for the transformation of communities and support of families in particular.
Thank you, Dean Peterson. Ms. Utter, the next question is for you. As the Cfec director, what do you see as the impact of Ready, Set, Kindergarten on South Carolina's families with young children?
I just want to thank everyone for being here with us today. Really excited, as you can tell by the background. We're so sad that we couldn't have like a big hoopla, but because we are very excited about the launch of this series, I wanted to give it a little bit of a festive atmosphere. So, and the reason we're excited, Tom, is because we think that this is a tool that will be very impactful for families with young children. As we all know, kids don't come with instruction manuals. Every parent wants their children to learn and to grow in order to be successful adults. But a lot of times parents don't know how big of an impact they can have on their children's learning. And even if they are aware of that, they may not know that there are some simple things that they can incorporate even into just their everyday home life that can help their children get ready for kindergarten. So we created this Ready, Set, Kindergarten series to help with that. It's meant to serve both as a guide for parents who want to know what kinds of experiences and skills that most children generally achieve by the end of ages 3, 4, and 5. And also for parents who are looking for ideas for activities and additional resources they can use to encourage their children's growth. We really want parents to know that readiness is a process. It's not just a destination. We want them to know that it's more than just learning numbers and colors. Children need support in all areas of their development, including physical, emotional, language development, and reasoning, in order to get to that place where they're ready to succeed in school. And parents can find information about all of these areas in the Ready, Set, Kindergarten guides. And just one more thing to add, Cfec, our resources are available to all families across South Carolina. But one of our areas of particular focus, though, is developing resources and services that address the needs of families with low incomes or families in those populations that have been traditionally underserved. And for these families, it may not always be easy to access information and resources on the internet, or to enroll their children in special enrichment programs, or to buy a lot of age-appropriate learning toys and games. So in addition to having the guides available on the website for download, we are really going to be working our hardest through our regional family engagement liaisons to get copies of these guides out into the hands of those families, either through our school partners, our district partners, and also through our local and regional and state community partners. So again, we're just very excited about being able to offer this tool to families, and just grateful for all the work that went into it.
Thank you. Well said. And thank you for your work with the Carolina Family Engagement Center. Now, State Superintendent of Education Molly Spearman had wanted to be with us today, but she had a previous engagement. Ms. Anderson, I understand that she's provided a statement. Would you share that with us now?
I will. Good morning. And again, Tom, Karen, Ellen, Dr. Peterson, and also Ms. Lori, I appreciate Cfec having us as a part of this conversation this morning. On behalf of Superintendent Molly Spearman, who regrets she was unable to join us this morning, she has issued the following statement. The South Carolina Department of Education is proud to be a partner of the Carolina Family Engagement Center and to contribute to the Ready, Set, Kindergarten project. Less than 40% of our kindergartners demonstrate the foundational skills and behaviors that we know are integral for them to learn successfully when they enter our public education system. We know that every parent wants their child to be successful, but many do not know where to begin. This project equips parents with the tools and resources needed to get involved in their child's education and ensures they are prepared for success in kindergarten and beyond.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you to Superintendent Spearman for sharing that, and Ms. Anderson, thank you for sharing that with us as well. Now,
thank you.
Let me ask you this, Ms. Anderson, from the state perspective.
Okay.
How will these booklets forward the State Department of Education's work with the families of preschool children?
The State Department role will be is to make sure that the resources are available on our website, as well as try to print hard copies of these books and place them in places where families are, whether that's in the pediatrician's office, whether that's at the local pharmacy, whether or not that's at the local barbershop, the grooming places or the gyms, just places where people go. Because as was stated earlier, not everybody has an opportunity to access everything online. So having the hard copy is very resourceful, and just shows another way that we're trying to reach as many parents as possible. The other thing I'd like to kind of point out is parents sometimes can feel intimidated when we talk about standards, and because and I speak as a parent as well, because we are not necessarily as familiar with all of the standards that are out there for our students to learn. I appreciate the way that these guides, and I have to refer to them, are so user-friendly. They're parent-friendly. The language used in there is not a lot of education jargon, and it gives an opportunity for any family member to be able to pick this up and understand what some of the skill sets that we're looking for our early learners to have. And it also, I think, helps to reinforce parents as being that first teacher. And one of the things I have to say it, as we're talking about family engagement, statistics continue to show that parents who are involved with their kids in their educational process, those children have a greater chance of being successful. So we are always going to encourage our parents who are their first teachers to be involved. And I think this is a great way for us to be able to help parents to connect to the standards that their kids will be learning in school.
Excellent points, Ms. Anderson. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you to the State Department of Education for its lead partner status with the Carolina Family Engagement Center.
Thank you as well.
Ms. Still, let's turn to you as a Cfec consultant, integral in the creation of this booklet series. In developing the Ready, Set, Kindergarten series, what needs did you identify in the community that would be addressed by the message of these booklets?
Well, the first thing we found was that there really was no user-friendly guide for parents on the developmental indicators that children should achieve by the end of ages 3, 4, and 5. So we thought the best thing to do would be to develop something that showed parents just exactly what their child needed and where they should be. So one of the things we've done with this is it provides, if you can see it, all 3 areas, or ages, so that you can put your child as they develop where they are, because children develop at different rates, as everybody knows. The other thing we found is that we wanted parents, particularly since so many children are still learning from home, needed something, a quick look at what they could do in their everyday lives to help children develop. And so part of the booklet, in fact, a large part of the booklet, is called Learning at Home. So you can use anything around your house, outdoors, things at dollar stores to help your child gain these skills and experiences. And then the other part of the book directs you to additional information that's readily available. So we wanted to make things parent-friendly, helpful in a concrete way, and direct them to other areas that they might be interested in. But the whole emphasis is on making children's developmental indicators and how to achieve them quickly and easily available to parents.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you for your commitment and your work on this booklet series and serving as a consultant with the Carolina Family Engagement Center.
Thank you, Tom, and hello, everybody out there.
The next question is to you, Ms. Chapelier. As a preschool educator, I understand that you've already shared some of these booklets with parents. What was the reaction to this new resource?
The feedback from my families mostly include the fact that they are empowered to know that their child is on the right track, or they either realize that they need a little extra help and maybe they're not where they should be. And when I first saw these books, I thought of when I took my first child to the pediatrician for their checkup, for his checkups. They check off the milestones. Yes, he can do this, he can do this, but they never told me what was next. And with my first child, I'm speaking as a mother, of course, he did everything just as he was supposed to. But with my second son has Down syndrome. So it was a totally different thing. So if I'd had, and I did have some resources, but this is just so easy to read and it tells you exactly where they should be. So even though with my second son who has Downs, he was not progressing like my first son did, if I had this, I could tell where he should be and what we should aim toward. So I hope you don't mind that I go on about this, but I'm so excited. I have all of them right here. Because of a lot of our families are Spanish speaking, they're single mothers, they're grandparents raising their children, they're children of incarcerated parents. So they think their child is doing fine. But with this, I've been able to send them home, and I've had parents to say, oh my gosh, I didn't know that they should be doing this already. Or some parents think that they're supposed to wait until they get to school to start this. So I've been so excited to send these home. I've made all my friends read these. I'm saying what everybody else has already said, that it's easy to read, and it has it in the ages. It has information in the back of ideas, things on the internet that people can find, or agencies to get more information from. You'd think I had written these. I could not be more excited. And I think it was Yolande that said they need to be in the barbershops and the gyms, places like that, where because this information, it is on the internet, but some people don't realize that it's what they're looking for, what they need to look for. If they know, of course they can find it, but if they don't know, that's the ones we need to reach. So I love this. I appreciate you letting me be a part of this. I think that was the main thing, is the different parents, especially in the upstate. We're in a Title I school, so I really think this is important for my students.
Great.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for your role in helping to share this resource with your parents. And so folks viewing this may be asking, where can I get my hands on these booklets? Well, either for your families or your pre-K students, for your school, or maybe just for your own children. You can visit the Carolina Family Engagement Center online, cfec.gov, and you can go there, and on the home page, click on the link under Ready, Set, Kindergarten, and you'll be directed to all 6 booklets. Read them there or download them, and a limited number of printed booklets are currently available through the Cfec office or our 5 Cfec regional family engagement liaisons. Coming soon, these 6 booklets will also be available in Spanish. So before we go, the Carolina Family Engagement Center would like to share with you a treat without the trick. And what we have for you, if you are among the first 3 individuals to share this posted video on your Facebook feeds, you could be a winner of one of these books. So please help us spread the word on Ready, Set, Kindergarten and the work of the Carolina Family Engagement Center. So thanks again for our guests today, and a special thanks to some folks who are with Cfec's partner agencies who lent their expertise and commitment to early childhood education for the development of Ready, Set, Kindergarten. With the South Carolina Department of Education, David Mathis, Wendy Burgess, and Angela Compton. From the South Carolina Department of Social Services, Michelle Bowers, Beverly Hunter, Kathy Kovacs, and Marilyn Diggs. With South Carolina First Steps, Cassie Barber and Laura Baker. And from Clarendon School District 2, Ellen Hamilton. Thank you all for your work in helping pull these resources together. So for all of those of us here at the Carolina Family Engagement Center, I'm Tom Hudson. Thank you for watching, and here's to working together for equity, opportunity, and excellence in education. Be well.